Hello, everyone. Welcome to another really incredibly amazing podcast episode in the Iconic Biz Besties podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in and making this podcast a part of your day. You're going to get like a ton of value from this podcast episode. And yes, the intro is a bit different. I know you have noticed that because we are shifting the gears in this podcast episode and making this podcast even more amazing than it already is. So, what we are doing is I'm going to be answering a question that our amazing listener asked. And how you can enter for the same as well is simply just tag this podcast on your Instagram stories and tag me at Serious Coaches or at Team Iconic Queen, and then my team will reach out to you and ask you to submit the question. So it's not that you can only have this option once or twice. You can either tag us or you can DM us a good review of the podcast episode. What are your thoughts? And then for each review or for each tag, you get to submit your question, and then I'm going to answer that in my podcast episode. So, amazing question asked by our most incredible listener, and that is I'm going to read out the exact question she asked, and then we are going to cover that. And that is, Sirat, I've been making a lot of money and sales in my business, and I'm grateful for that. But my money and my sales require me to be active 24/7 when I prioritize spaciousness in my business. I want to have recurring and passive income in place. How to start with that? I'm a total beginner in this area. Thank you so much for this opportunity. So this is an amazing question. And this is for everyone who's listening, who is making, money or making sales only by selling live programs, only by selling one-on-one calls, live mentorship programs. So especially my lifestyle, I'm a student, right? And then I value time with my family, I value time freedom, and I value like I really prioritize spaciousness above anything else. So this question is really amazing, and I have got the perfect answer for this, right? So since the starting of my business, I have always focused really heavily on building recurring income and passive income. So we are, there are two parts to this masterclass, you can say, of this podcast episode. The first one is we are going to cover and talk about the passive income. All right. So passive income, get ready to take notes. All right. Passive income requires you to do zero work except the creation of that offer. So once you have created the passive offer, all right, you just need to upload it on Gumroad, which is a free software, and I use that. All right, no extra expense to use that. Simply, like, really simple to use. All right, and just that. You just sell it and you wake up to sales, and that requires you zero work to do. So what do we sell as passive offers? Passive offers are, you cannot sell a full-blown program as a passive offer. It has to be something really specific, and that passive offer should be covering a micro topic. So we are going to do exactly that. So first of all, I need you to write down on a piece of paper your niche, your whole industry. So for me, it would be business coaching. All right, and then you're going to write down these sub niches, these subtopics. All right, so as a business coach, what are these subtopics I'm really good at? What are these sub niches I'm really good at? Content, messaging, and yeah, these two are different things. In business, content and messaging are different things. Content, messaging, offer creation, launching, building a community, personal power, leadership, identity, mindset, and yeah, so these are some things I'm really good at. Now I'm going to look at one thing and I'm going to turn that into a passive offer. All right, so let's say if I chose identity, right, as a sub niche to create a passive offer basis on the basis of this topic. So identity work, it can be covered in 90 minutes. It's not that complicated. So I will be recording a 90-minute training on this topic. But now let's talk about messaging. Now messaging, though it's a sub niche, it's still very huge. There are a lot of branches to this. So what I can do is get more specific. There are two things you can do. Either get more specific within the sub niche itself, or create a much longer, passive offer. So for the, let's say, identity work, I was creating a 90-minute training. Now for the messaging, I can create a 3-part masterclass. So each masterclass is going to be 60 minutes. So in total, it is 180 minutes of trainings, 180 minutes of content. So now I just need to sit down, prepare the content. That is what you need to do. That is, dependent on you. Alright, so this is the first step. And then you need to absolutely record it. Alright, next steps, put it onto YouTube, generate a private link, put it onto Gumroad, create a simple copy for it. Alright, and just add it into your link in bio and start promoting it. So that way people will be paying you the money, investing in and purchasing the offer, and you'll be getting the email payment notifications, and people will be getting access automatically to the YouTube private videos. So you don't have to do any work. Again, except the creation part. So this is about the passive offers, right? So I suggest having a lot of passive offers. So for me, I have 3 masterclasses, 3 individual standalone masterclasses, and then I have a 1 content plan. Now, the passive offers, they are usually lower ticket. So less than $97 or less than $111. Then recurring income. Again, so for recurring income, we have 2 parts to this. The first one is recurring income from offers like memberships, and then the other part is recurring income from private mentorship spaces. I'm going to give you examples of both and show you how you can, have both of them. Alright, so let's first talk about the membership. Memberships are of a much lower ticket, while the private mentorships are higher ticket, right? Multi-4 and 4-figure investments. While memberships, they are like 2-figure, like less than $97. But then I have seen people having, memberships with some one-on-one coaching, or like a little more access for like $111 or $222 per month. All right. So that totally depends on you, how much access you are giving, how much, content you are giving to people, and yeah, everything about that. So you have to decide the pricing. There are some people who are charging $9 per month or $8 or even $7 per month for their membership, which I would not suggest you to charge, because those people, they are on a different ride. Why? Because those people, they have 300 or 400 people in their memberships. So even from a $9 offer, they are making a lot of money in recurring income, right? And then if you're selling a $9 or $8 membership, but you're only getting 5 people, that means it's like not even $100. So of course it's like just not fun to start each month with only $50 in your bank account and recurring income. So charge less for your membership if you have a lot of volume of people, but charge at least 50 or 40 or 30 if you know that there are going to be like 10, 20, 30, 40 people inside the membership. So it depends on the pricing of the membership, depends on the value or the content people are getting, and the access they're getting, and the volume of people you have inside your spaces. Alright, now you can do memberships, they are amazing. Alright, so memberships as an industry, like let's say you're a fitness coach, alright, you're a health or fitness coach, so you can do that. Alright, health and fitness coaches, business coaches, content coaches, mindset coaches, especially for these industries, memberships works really well. Alright, but let's say you're a graphic designer, memberships aren't going to work as well for you. Or if you're, let's say, a content writer, freelancers, I wouldn't suggest you to do a membership, but if you're a coach, memberships would be really good for you. Alright, but then also, we are going deeper into this. I'm not going to cover everything about memberships. I can honestly talk about them for like hours and hours. But another thing is, there are a lot of people in the industry, in your same industry, who are having memberships, right? So you need to have a really unique point which really make your membership stand out, and that is the only way people are going to join your membership, or unless or it will just get lost in your link in bio. The second thing is again really fun, which is recurring income from private mentorships. So what I used to do was I used to sell 1 month private mentorship access. But what happened was like I was charging 997 for 1 month of private mentorship. What happened was that I got, like, let's say I signed 5 people for 1 month of private mentorship. That month would like really spike in terms of income, right? It would be a 5K month and like add on the master classes I'm selling, the other programs, right? But then after that 1 month, people just leave the space. People leave the private mentorship. So now next month I'm back to 2 or 3K per month. And that is the reason why I was kept at, under 5K months. But now what is happening is I have made the minimum commitment of working inside private mentorship with me like 3 months. So you can either work with me for 3 months, or if you want a shorter term commitment, I'm no longer offering 1 day support or 1 week. I do them only on really special occasions. All right. So yeah, about that. So what I mean by that is like 997 is definite for 3 months. That is still my pricing for the private mentorship. All right. So what I mean by that is, people, they can either pay in full, 3K pay in full, or they can, distribute it over payment plans over the next 3 months. So each month I'm starting with 997 in my bank account. But since I take, 4 to 5 people on private mentorship each month, that means 5K to 6K is hitting my bank account, which is definite each month. And whatever sales I'm making on top of that, that is, just add on, cherry on top. So, as a freelancer and coaches, you can both do this option. So, private mentorship, like private coaching, private spaces, right? For like a minimum commitment of 2 months or 4 months or 6 months. So for me, it's either 3, 6, 9, and 12 months. No 8 months offer, no 7 months, no 1 month, no 1 week. So I hope this podcast episode was really helpful for a lot of people. And if you want me to go really deeper just like this in my podcast episode and answer your question, just tag this podcast episode on your Instagram stories or submit a review in my DMs, and we'll take the question. And yeah, have a great time. Thanks so much for tuning in.